Hello, hello, and welcome to my thought for Friday. The thing I was thinking about today is about how different our diets are. Uh, we we are all upset because people are eating too much junk food, but the junk food is absolutely nothing compared to the kind of junk food we ate in America when I was a child. And one of my favorite things was Hydrox cookies. Oh my God, I loved Hydrox cookies. If you don't know what they are two chocolate wafers, okay, between a sugary filling, white filling. It's sugary, sort of vanilla, but it's mostly just sugar. Uh, and I used to have those with milk, and it was the most exciting thing to come home from school. And my mother would have a glass of milk and two Hydrox cookies for me to eat so that I could destroy my teeth and give myself a good case of acne. The other thing I loved was Cracker Jacks. Cracker Jacks were maple syrup, caramel covered popcorn that you ate that completely destroyed your teeth. They were gone after you ate those. Um, and that also gave you constipation and probably uh, injured your gallbladder. But we just loved it. The idea is that you bought the Cracker Jacks, and once you ate the whole box of them, which usually meant that your teeth stuck together with the caramel, you got a prize on the bottom. And the prize would be something like a little truck that moved, or a little doll, something that was totally useless, but it was a prize and you got it and it was extra. And I just loved Cracker Jacks, and I used to eat Cracker Jacks all the time. The other thing that I really love is the story of cottage cheese. In order to make cottage cheese more palatable, they would sell them in large glasses with characters from the cartoon strip Little Abner, which is a really sexist uh, a cartoon strip with Daisy May and Mama Yokum. Uh, just a really sexist cartoon strip. And they would put those cartoons on the glass, and then you would buy cottage cheese, which was a healthy food loaded with salt. You ate that cottage cheese and you got swollen up like a balloon, but you felt good because it was supposed to be healthy. And I remember when my there's a Jewish dish called blintzes, which is actually Jewish crepes, and they're like little cheesecakes, and you make them with dry cottage cheese, which is cottage cheese with all the moisture pushed out of it, and those are called, we call them cheese balls. And you make it with that and sugar and vanilla, and you make blintzes. And my father's mother was my other grandma, not the one I loved, but the other one, was at our house. She was babysitting us because my parents had gone on one of their expensive cruises to prove that my father really was a millionaire, even though he started out as a poor butcher's son. And he was gone on that. And my grandma, my father's mother, wanted to make blintzes. So my grandma was not too adept at the English language. And she said to me, "Now, I want you to go, Linny Ruth, that's me. I want you to go to the store and I want you to get cheese in a bowl." Huh? I said, "What?" She said, "Cheese in a bowl." Mm. So I went to the grocery store and I said, "I think my grandma wants cheese in a bowl." And he said, "Well, we don't have any cheese in a bowl, but we have cheese in a glass." And he sold me one of these cottage cheese glasses with Daisy May on the cover. And Daisy May, if anyone remembers, wore a décolleté little ragged blouse with her boobs literally dropping out, and she had a bottom on her that would tempt an iceberg. She was absolutely a curvaceous, gorgeous little sex symbol. And I came home with that for my grandma, telling her that that's what I found. And she said to me, "What's the matter?" She said, "Don't you understand English?" I said, "Cheese in a bowl." She meant cheese in a bowl. And this, anyway, so that was among the other things we ate. And going on with the things we ate, one of my favorite lunches was craft dinner. I don't know whether you had that here, but it was absolutely gloopy starch and salt. That's all it was. But oh my God, I loved it. And when I think of what we ate, for example, I would come home for lunch and I would have Kraft dinner, which was just all you had to do was just empty a salt shaker on a bunch of starch and give it to me. And then for dessert, milk with Hydrox cookies. And what I was doing, of course, is paving the way for me to be have osteoporosis, have dental problems, heart problems, lung congestion, and stomach aches. And that was what my mother gave me, and she thought it was a healthy lunch. So as you see, times have changed. And the junk food we eat now might be bad, but it couldn't hold a candle to the kinds of things that we ingested in the 40s. And thank you so much for joining me for my dietary thoughts on this Friday.